Hello, my name is Achille Vaulot. I've been in CRO for 12 years now. As you can hear, I'm French, so I hope it won't be an issue for you to understand everything that I have to say. The objective of the training today is basically to explain you how to optimize your journey, and the objective being to basically captivating the user experience at every turn. So let's go into the training. As you know, all the users, they have a different stage in the user journey. And the aim of this training today is to basically understand which component to optimize based on the different page type that the user will encounter. As you know, so there's different stages. So let's focus on the stage of the user journey. The objective here will be to understand which component to optimize based on the different page that the user will encounter. So you will basically be able to understand, okay, I'm working on these pages, which elements I will have to focus on to be sure that I will improve the experience, improve the action that the user has to take on the page in order to either improve the overall experience or improve the fact that basically the user will buy at the end of the journey if it's an e-commerce website, for example. So let's go into this different principle. I will give you basically an overview of the basic principle, so you will understand a bit more what I'm gonna explain. So on a web page, you will have the user path, and basically user path is where a web, like a user, is basically consulting several pages on the website, but through these pages is following a path. So let me explain you the path. So the first is the orientation. You land on the page, you have got the orientations which is happening. So where am I? I land on the page, okay, I'm on the home page, or I land on a product page. So there is always this phase of orientation. Then there is the navigation, so the user will navigate to the website. Either he's on the home page, he will navigate to a product page or a product. Either he will be on a product page where I basically navigate to the card or go back to another place. After this, you have the selection. So once I navigate, basically I will select a product or select an action to do. And at the end of the user path, you will have a transaction, which basically is either I buy a product, so a financial transaction, or I give my email, or I give my phone number, or I download an action. It depends on the action that you want to optimize based on your objectives. So linked to this user path, you've got different state of mind. So at each stage, so orientation, navigation, selection, and transaction, the visitor thoughts process evolve. And what I mean is when you land on a website, you're not going to buy straight away. You land on a website, you are basically on the orientation phase. Your state of mind is, okay, I click on this ad, am I in the right place or not? And so the navigation is basically, I want to navigate to a specific element, or I want to browse for another thing. At the element of selection is basically, I've got an idea of which product I want to buy, so I will filter, find, do a selection of maybe 7 products, and after I will compare them before deciding to select them. And after you have the transaction, where basically the transaction, you're not selecting any product, you're basically focusing on being sure that it's the right product. So you're gonna focus on being and then you have the transaction, where basically we'll focus on being sure that the site is secure. You will enter your information and so on, if it's a payment process, for example. After the state of mind, you have several elements that will impact the state of mind. And here we enter in the area of CRO, where basically we will focus on several conversion elements that we want to optimize. And so based on the different steps, orientation, navigation, selection, and transaction, in each of these steps, you have conversion elements that are more important at several steps rather than at other steps. So if we look at the orientation, here you will see that it's super important to highlight basically your value proposition, maybe incitation if you want people to buy, and basically reduce the maximum of friction so people they can navigate easily. Navigation is basically the same. You will see that you will focus on value proposition and friction. So basically it's more the navigation. Are the category easy to understand and can I navigate easily with them? After you have the selection. So here it's proper value proposition. In an e-commerce website, basically people, they don't buy the user experience, they buy the final product that will match a need or fix an issue. So they want to have the maximum value proposition on, I don't know, I want to buy this computer. What are all the information about it? Is it the right one? And after here, we can push the action by adding like an incentive, which is, okay, you've got like 50% off right now if you take the action. So here we see value proposition and incentive, which are super important at the phase of selection. And after we have the transaction, which is basically remove any friction. So you've got transaction is most of the time the checkout, where basically you have to enter information. You don't want to enter 10 times the same information, obviously, so you want to reduce the friction. And anxiety, you want to remove any anxiety, so any doubts about the fact that you will pay, it's a proper company, it's not a fraud, that you can use the right payment method, and all the information regarding the delivery and how you call it in English, and quality, like insurance that you will have if you buy the product and basically it lands at your place and it's broken. So you want to be sure that you have got all this information to be sure that you're not gonna regret what you're going to do. So now that we've seen that you have got the user pace with the different steps, at each of the steps you have a different state of mind, and to improve all the state of mind, you have basically conversion elements that are linked to them.
Hi, this is Romo Santiago, founder of Experiment Nation. To celebrate our 5th anniversary, we are holding weekly giveaways until November 29th. Prizes include books, free consultation services, and even a t-shirt. To enter, simply join Experiment Nation Slack and fill out the entry form that can be found in the description or through the QR code on the screen. Now back to the session.
So now let's focus on the reflection, which is basically the state of mind. Now let's think about the reflection, which is basically the different state of mind. Now let's focus on the reflection, which is basically that the state of mind changes at every stage of the user journey. Let me give you an example. So when you have the state of mind, so it's basically when you land on the website, you will ask so let's focus on the state of mind. When you land on the website, you basically arrive on the page, and your brain will ask the question, where am I? Is it the right place? So either you did a Google search, either you click on an ad, you were at some place, you click because you had like basically an offer, a promise to have something, you click on it, you land on a page, so either it's a home page or product page or list page. Your brain will have to understand, okay, am I at the right place? Is it the right place? Okay. So your mind goes into the validation, into the orientation mode. Then you have, when you arrive, then you have the exploration. So you are on this page and you're like, okay, I land here, I'm in the right place, but what are my options? Can I start searching? Can I start filtering to find a product? What can I do? After this exploration phase, you have a third element, which is the shortlist. So basically, you explore the website, and now you still have the idea to buy a specific product. You have lots of options, and now you have to shortlist them. So you have to basically find what is a viable option for me. And here it's basically where you will go to do a short list of the specific product that you basically liked and want to basically maybe think about it or get more information about them to be sure that you will select them, which is basically the next step, which is the selection. So I did my shortlist. Now I want to select this option, and I want to gather maximum information to be sure that if I take this product, if I select this product, it's the right one for me, or it's the best option based on my budget. So these basically are the different state of mind that a user will have on your website. And so on the website, this state of mind are basically, I'm on the website, so I'm on the home page. You will ask you, okay, am I at the right place? Okay. So if we map this state of mind with a user experience, let's see how it looks like. So if we link back, so if we linked this state of mind with the user experience, it will look like this. So you land on the site. You will ask the question, am I at the right place? Yes or no. So I land the home page. Where can I am the right place? Did I click on this page and did I land on the right stuff? After, sometimes you land on the landing page. So because you click on the page, you wanted to know more. So basically, it's still a validation of are you at the right place. Then basically you will navigate and you will go to the list page. At this stage, in the list page, you will ask the question, what are my choice? So you are doing like basically a short list of the different elements. After, you will go to a product page to get more information. So basically it's a selection phase. So you're on my mindset of, okay, is it the right stuff for me? And you will ask basically the question, what it is, what it can do, what's the best option for me. After, when you look at a product, you will obviously go sometimes to features. So you've got sometimes a feature page. And so you will ask the question, how does it work? Does it fit well in my living place and living room or whatever? After, you will go deeper into the value proposition to basically understand what are the differences. So you will go to the comparison page. So it's still part of the still part of the section phase. And after, you will go to the checkout. So you did the selection and you're on the transaction phase where you're like, okay, that's the right product for me. I'm gonna buy it right now. Now it's nice to understand this different state of mind and these different user paths. But okay, what should I optimize? So that's what we're going to. That's what we are going to see. So that's everything is So all these are nice, but how do we optimize now? So here we are going to see the different elements that we will be able to optimize based on the page type and the mindset type. So let's start by the different page type by state of mind. So the position and direct, you have basically the home page. So this is nice, but now we want to optimize the user experience. So we're gonna see what should we optimize based on the page type and the mindset type. And so the first one is positioning and directing. So I land on a page and I will need to basically position the user and direct him. So where you are, what can you do and what you should do. Basically the first step, position and direction. Then the user will basically search. And when the search phase, basically the idea is the user to do a short list and basically find what is interesting in. Then you will have to persuade the user. So basically you want to persuade the user so he will select. So this is nice, but now we want to basically understand what we need to optimize. So we'll see basically what are the page type and the mindset on each of these different stages. So in the first stages, which is positioning, we'll basically have to direct a user. So the user land on a page and you want to position it. So, okay, you're at the right place. And then you want to basically say, okay, this is what you can do on this website. You click here. This is a product that you will be able to find here, and so on. Then you have the next stage, which is basically the navigation, where the user will navigate. He will basically search information through your website. And what you want to do is basically help him find what he's very interested in. And basically find, which means like will help you to shortlist the different products to be able to basically take decision on what information he want more based on the different products. After a user will basically, for example, go on a product page, and here you want basically to persuade him to buy the product or buy the service or whatever. And in this page, basically the idea is at the end of the day, you want him to select the product that is currently seeing, watching, or getting more information about it. And at the end, we have the last stages, which is the exchange. So basically, the user will exchange money against your services or your product. And what you want to do is him to pay. So this is basically the different page type by state of mind. And as we explained, the different state of mind change based on these different elements. First, I'm in the state of mind of, okay, am I in the right place? Then I'm searching, so how do I navigate on the website? After, I do a short list. Once I've done a short list, I will go to a product, and here it's like, is it the right product for me? So my state of mind is, okay, I'm gonna be sure to look for all the information that will confirm that this is the right product for me. Once I decided this is the right product for me, I'm the exchange state of mind, where here I'll focus to add my information, like give my information or give some money to obtain what I want. And so the element that we will need to improve are the conversion rate optimization. And so the element that we'll be able to optimize are basically the elements regarding the value proposition. Then the element about the incentive. So incentive is basically a 50% off. After this element basically are the positive side, and they will need to counter the negative side, which basically we need to reduce the maximum friction on the website and the maximum anxiety on the website. So we want to have a very good value proposition and nice incentive to counterbalance the fact that you've got friction and anxiety on your website. And how do we do that? So I'm not gonna do like a 1 hour session to explain you all the elements of the value proposition. You can go on a MakeLab, and basically they did a very amazing job to basically define all this core concept. But for example, in value proposition, you will have to answer the different question, which is what it is, what it does, how it compare, how to use it, what does it look like, and what are the benefits. So value proposition change across the user journey, because when you land on a website, you want to have the value proposition on the website. So here you land on my website, I'm selling, I don't know, chairs and tables. So this is and my unique value proposition is that this chair and table are from very expensive wood, which is craft in this area of France, which is super exclusive and so on. So this is the value proposition of the company. But after, the user will go through the different stage of the user journey, and you will land on a product, and here you will have to explain basically the value proposition of the product and the reason why the user will have to buy it. Next, we have the incentive. So you have different type of incentive. You have the percentage discount, which is a 50, so percentage discount is 50% off. Discount is minus 50 pound or euro or whatever. After, you can have a complementary add-on. So you buy my table and I give you a free chair. After, you have the duration. So how long is my incentive? Is it just for 1 day, or you've got during 1 week 50% off? So you have to be quick. After, you have the strength, which is basically, is it 20%, 50%, or 70% off? And after, we have the width, which is basically you've got 50% off only on the chair, or you have 50% on all the product of the website. So this is the different element of the incentive that you can apply in the website. After, you have the element of friction, which is basically how your website is built. So are your container well displayed? Is design easy to understand? Are your function working, and do you have labels that are very well crafted? And after, you have the anxiety. So basically, do we trust the brand? Do we trust the product that you will basically do what it's saying it's gonna do? And after, confidence in the execution. So basically, you're gonna ship the product to me, or I'm gonna buy it and I will never receive it. So basically, it's all about confidence. And so these elements, so the question is, okay, which of these elements we need to optimize based on the stuff that we just explained before? And that's what we are going to see right now. So when I'm on the position and direct phase, so I land on my home page, for example, an home page or landing page most of the time. Here is basically the first page I will see of your website. So it depends. The state of mind here is where am I and what can I do? So I'm basically using a lot of cognitive effort to basically validate, okay, I am in the right place, and okay, what can I do? And the element and here your objective is basically validate. Basically, you want to anchor the fact that the user is at the right place, and after, you want to, with the value proposition, and after, you want to direct him to the right content. So the first one is the positioning, which aim to basically direct. You land on the home page or a landing page, and here is basically the first page that the user see. After, the state of mind is basically where am I and what can I do? And this uses a lot of cognitive effort to basically validate, okay, I'm at the right place, what should I do, and so on. So your brain is in state of mind to, okay, what will I do and what should I do? And after, your objective for you is validation, pure validation. You need basically to anchor the visitor to the value proposition, and after, direct the user to the content that you want them to see. and which means that when you look at the value proposition, you will have a lot of value proposition because it's okay. You land on the website, it's like, okay, what is your offer? You have to explain what is your core proposition, like your core value proposition, what makes you special, and what should I buy at your place. After, you have a bit of incentive. This is more for e-commerce when basically you land on the page, you have lots of products, and you want to basically showcase some incentive that will drive more urgency of your user. And after, obviously, you have some friction because the user will have to navigate. So you want to direct him to the right place. So he will have to navigate. So you will have to work at friction elements to basically reduce any friction. And after, you have the anxiety. If your website is super ugly and it looks a bit weird, people won't buy at your place. So you want to be sure that to give them maximum information to be sure that you are trustworthy and that you're not gonna take their money and not give them the product. After, we'll have so let's take a real example. So let's say I invite you to my home, and so you will arrive at the front door. I will say, "Hey, welcome." Basically, you are at the right place. This is where you'll find the barbecue. Welcome. Hein? Non, je suis en train là. Bah oui, là, ça fait déjà du moment, ça fait 26 minutes là que je fais la vidéo.
30 minutes.
Hein?
Elle était au charbon, toi t'as sauté 30 minutes.
Bah non. Il fallait le temps que je prépare le deck, que je fasse le machin et tout. Donc je suis en train d'enregistrer là.
Moi je te suis qu'à faire, donc je fais mes trucs aussi.
Bah oui, fais des trucs dans la cuisine.
Faire un temps de dingue devant un.
Bah non plus, mais je peux pas faire pause. Then you have here you can then here is the parking. This is basically where you will find the garage and you can park your car here. After you can enter my home and this is the kitchen. Do you want like a beer? This is like so welcome to my home. Basically you land on the right place. This is basically where you find the barbecue that I organized. If you want, you can park your car in my parking. After, if you enter down the corridor on the right, you'll find the kitchen. If you want, you can take a beer. Let's go to the garden. You will find like the swimming pool. It's basically where you can take a bath and enjoy. After, if you go upstairs, you will find a different room on the second floor. Here you'll find the barbecue and we can have lunch at 2 p.m. on the left patio. And if you want, I can make you vegetarian burger if you like it. Yeah, I'm not especially vegetarian though, but so basically this is the same experience that you have in the real life when you land on a website for the first time and the first time you visit basically the house of a friend. Then you have the second step, which is a search and find. Here, basically, the different page that you will encounter are the different page that you will encounter here. Then let's go to the search and find. Then let's go to the search and find steps. And here you will have different page type. Then let's go to the search and find phase. And so these pages basically are most of the time the list pages and the collection pages. And here you will find Then you have a search and basically find state, which basically is a page like the list pages and the collection page. And here the objective is basically for the user to search and basically do a short list of the option that will he like and that you want to get more information about. The state of mind basically is find the option. What are the right option for me? So here the user will basically. Then we have the search and find state. So the page type here are basically the list page and the collection page, whatever you want to call them. And basically the page where a user will search and use a lot of filter to basically find everything that we offer, and he want to basically find what he would be interested in. The state of mind here will be to find the option that he like. So it will do basically a short list of all the elements, all the products that basically he like and want maybe more information to dig them and basically compare them. And the objective here is basically to validate which product will match to his needs. So basically validate the current solution. So I will basically have a list of lots of options and I want to basically summarize what are the top 3 products that will match his needs. And here the different element of value proposition is basically you want to add a little bit of value proposition so the user will be able to compare the products next to each other. You don't focus that much in incentive because right now we just want to give like a hinge of give a small information so basically the user will be able at least to do a short list. We don't want to push him straight away the incitation because the incitation works great with value proposition. And here we don't have that much value proposition, we just have enough value proposition so we can compare the offer. What is super important to optimize is the friction, so allow the user to use filter, to easily find the product that he want to do, to easily do a short list and so on. And regarding anxiety, you don't really need to focus that much here because the user doesn't even care about anxiety at this stage. After you have another stage which is basically the product pages where the user will basically need to be persuaded to select the product. And so the type page is the product pages or your offer page. The state of mind of the user is it the right product for me? So here you will need to give as much information to basically convince the user that this is the right product that fits its needs. And in terms of objective, you want him to basically add it to his basket. And so basically you want the user to click on the button so he add it to his basket and he basically want to buy this product. And here, if we focus on the conversion elements, it's full on value proposition. So you explain what it is, what it can do, what it looks like, what are the features, and so on. So everything, the full package to basically help the user to be sure that's the right product for him. Here you can add some incentive because if he's sure that the product is right for him, you can add a little bit incentive to urge him to take action right now. So if the price was a bit higher with a little discount, maybe it's the right moment to buy it because he was hesitant, it was a bit too much for him. So here incentive can compensate this, or you can have any add-on that you will drive the user to act now. After you've got a little bit of friction, because if you can't really navigate the page to really see the right value proposition, the page is nasty. And anxiety, here you basically want to remove any anxiety. So, okay, that's the right product, I'm ready to buy, but what is warranty? If it's not the right product when it lands at my place, can I return it? During how long, how many days? All these questions needs to be also answered on this page. So you want to remove any anxiety, any doubts about the product that the user will have. And after we have the last stages, which is basically the exchange one. We have basically the type of page are the checkout or any form. The state of mind is basically the user wants the product, so give it to me. And here the user is basically ready to exchange value to obtain the product or results. And the element that you will need to, and the objective that you will have is basically to validate the exchange. So you want to the user to do the transaction, and the element of conversion that you will need to optimize at this stage are not really the value proposition. You can just revalidate that he is the right value proposition, like right product from him. So just being sure that he selected the right product, validate that he was the last steps is the exchange. So basically here, the type of page that you will have in this area is basically a checkout or a form. A checkout, if I validate so I'm on an e-commerce website and want to buy something, I will go through checkout. Or if I'm on a service website, I will add a form where I basically give in my information to obtain something else. Then you will the state of mind that you will have is basically give it to me. So the user is ready to do the exchange to carry out and have either the product or receive whatever you promise him. And your objective here is a value exchange. So you basically want to complete the transaction at this stage. And the element of value proposition that you will have to focus on are a bit of value proposition to basically validate what is selected just before, to be sure that, okay, I'm going to pay, but I'm going to pay for what? Just to remind me that I selected the right stuff. So you want to a validation at this stage. Incentive, here you can do some cross-sell, upsell, whatever you want if you want to increase the average order value. But what will be important will be the element of friction. So I don't want to have 10 steps to basically do my transaction. I want it to be smooth. So you want to reduce the maximum of element to validate or make them super clear so the user doesn't feel it super hard to do. And after you want also to improve a lot of the anti-anxiety element to be sure that, okay, don't worry, when you buy it, you can return it in the 15 days. When you buy, you can use all these payment options. They are secured by the banks and so on and so on. So all the elements that will make a user dot at this stage of the user journey. So to sum up here, we've got different user paths. So to sum up here, we've seen that you've got a user path, which is orientation, navigation, selection, and transaction. At each of these different steps, the state of mind of the user is different. The first is, okay, validation, where am I? The second is navigation, I'm going to browse. The third one is selection, so I'm going to focus my mind on doing a short list. And the last one, so have we seen? So in conclusion, we've seen basically. So to resume, we've seen that we've got a user path, which is basically different steps. First, orientation, navigation, selection, and transaction. At each of these different steps, you have a different state of mind. The first one is validation. I am at the right place. Navigation is basically discovery. Selection is basically I'm gonna basically focus on is it the right product for me, what it does, is it good for me, and transaction is basically the fact that you will be able to basically be ready to buy the product. And on each of these elements, as we can see on the right, on the different brains, you've got several conversion elements that are more or less important at this stage, and this is what you will need to optimize based on this different stage of the user journey. I hope it was clear. C'est l'ordi-RAM à fond. Mon ordi-RAM à fond. Bah oui, j'attends la dernière slide pour dire merci. Bah non. I hope it was clear, and will audio you to. I hope it was clear and will help you to understand better now what you should focus your optimization. I hope this was clear and it will help you in your optimization process to always keep in mind what is a user mindset and on which stage of the user journey we are, so you can focus on very specific elements that will drive way more. I hope this was clear and I hope it was clear and will help you to basically improve your optimization process to be to very. I hope it was clear and I hope it was clear and will help you to basically. I hope it was clear and it will help you to improve the way you do optimization by focusing on the right element on the right page based on the user mindset. Thanks. Bye.
Hi, this is Romo Santiago, founder of Experiment Nation. To celebrate our 5th anniversary, we are holding weekly giveaways until November 29th. Prizes include books, free consultation services, and even a t-shirt. To enter, simply join Experiment Nation Slack and fill out the entry form that can be found in the description or through the QR code on the screen.